All right, we are back, and I said I had a special guest, and I do have a special guest. Today we have Mrs. Sade Adeyemi at Sade Beauty Pro. Is that correct? Yes. Happily married British Nigerian mom of two. She's a wife and HR specialist, a blogger, stylist, and a top 10 UK fashion and lifestyle influencer. Sade is extremely passionate about fashion and has parlayed this into 2 very successful Instagram pages, as well as a brand new YouTube page. So today we're going to talk about her work, her business, her family, her passion for fashion, and how does she balance it all? What advice does she have for other young entrepreneurs out there? Well, we're going to find out from the lady herself. Stay tuned in, everyone. This is going to be a fantastic conversation. And as always, remember you can add your voice to whatever we discuss right here live. Sade's here, Zainab's here, Serena's here, Alex is here. We are all here. If you want to join us, call the number, the studio line live, 07542 002 891, 07542 002 891. But if you're out there, you don't want to call, you're a bit shy, you want to just send your comments in, go to our Facebook page, and we're live right now, and just combine the words Jambo Radio in Scotland, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're there. Leave your comment and we'll read it out live on air. And that's even on social media. If you have a smartphone or a smart speaker, just say Alexa, Google, Siri, play me Jambo Radio, and off you go. Well, that's it. We're here. Everybody call in if you want to call in. Welcome to the show, Sade.
Thanks for having me.
It's so good to have you today. I've been looking forward to this because it's amazing to have somebody like you who's been so successful on Instagram, but that's not all you do. So we're going to delve into what you do. But before we start, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Just introduce yourself to the listeners.
Okay. Well, I think you did a bit of introduction there. Thank you.
It's good to hear from you.
Yes, I know. So my name is Sade Adeyemi, and yes, I'm married with 2 kids, and I'm an HR specialist. So professionally, however, I've got passion for fashion.
We can see how beautiful you look today.
It's just thank you. So it's just fashion is just so fun for me. I just love fashion, so I love doing fashion. Anything related to fashion, I'm there. So yes, that's it for me really. And originally I came to study, met my husband, got married, and then I've never looked back since then. So
fantastic.
Yes, that's
all right. So can we do a little bit of a road to the role? So we'll start with HR first, and then we'll go to fashion.
Okay.
On your Instagram page. So HR, you came to study in the UK from Nigeria.
Yes, I did.
And so why HR?
Okay, good question. So, okay, all right. So my background was actually in accounting.
Okay.
In Nigeria. So after I actually served in an HR area in the bank, within a bank.
Right.
And I absolutely loved the experience. It was such a great experience for me. And it was more like an eye-opener. I'm like, you know what? I actually really love HR. And I decided to come in and do my master's. So I did my master's in Glasgow Caledonian University, International Human Resource Management, and I even loved it more. So I finished my program, and I didn't work in HR immediately because I got a separate role, like contracting. Okay. So I started contracting in 2014, and it just went on for so long. So I go like, okay, I'm going to contract for a year and that's it. I'm going to go back to find HR role. But then again, I just kept on working. And at the same time, I was looking for HR roles, but nothing was coming at that time. So I stayed back just contracting within financial services anyway. So just recently, I just said, you know what, that was pre-COVID, I think. And I was like, you know what, that's it. I had the time during COVID to really think of what I want, and I just thought, you know what, I think I'm at a point in my life that I just want to do what I want to do. And then I started searching for HR roles, and yes, I found one, and yeah, I've never looked back since then.
And that's that's in Edinburgh?
No, it's in Netherlands.
Edinburgh? Where?
Netherlands.
In the Netherlands?
In the Netherlands, yeah.
Oh, but you're remote working.
Yes.
Oh, that's I love today's world. Like your job in the Netherlands, but
anywhere,
you're not in Netherlands.
I know. Oh well, that said, we do have an office in London, but yes, originally yes.
So do you ever go to?
I've never been.
No.
I know, right? I was in London last week, funny enough, just to meet a few of my colleagues because I told them I was coming down for something over the weekend.
And they said.
So yes, I met a few of them, which was really good. But other than that, no.
That's incredible. That's it. Are you gonna go?
Yes,
for the
definitely.
AGM or something like that.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Yes. So maybe end of the year if something comes up. Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful country.
Honestly.
It's a wonderful country. Everybody's tall, by the way.
Oh really?
Everybody's like, what is? And they're all gorgeous. You're like, why?
Oh, okay.
This is wrong.
Okay. Thanks for the heads up. At least now I know.
And bicycles everywhere.
Oh
real.
yes,
That's
I know
not,
that.
That's not a stereotype. It's real.
That's true because when I do video calls with the people working in the Netherlands, you see that in the background somewhere. The bikes.
It's normal. It's normal to. There's like a normal lifestyle for them. It's amazing. And then. So you moonlight, so that's your day job, and then you have your Instagram career, empire, let's say. I was like, what? I was looking at your page, and I was like, this is so impressive.
Thank you.
How did it start? Why did it start? I know you love fashion, but why an Instagram page, and were you surprised when it took off?
Very good question. So, yes, I had my second born in 2017, and I had my mother-in-law with me. You know, when you have a mother-in-law that she's really handsome.
Just taking care.
She's really handsome. She's one of those type that she won't let you do anything.
Wow.
So I'm lucky, that way. So, and she took over, literally, and I had so much time to myself. And I just
stop, pause. Which new mother says, you know what, I had my baby and then I had so much time to myself. Those two things
I'm
never.
I'm testimony. Hopefully she's listening
so much time to myself.
She's just amazing. She's
incredible.
Listening out there, by the way. She's such an amazing.
You know everybody hates you right now, right?
She's such an amazing person, and we actually bear the same name, by the way.
Sade.
Sade.
Oh,
she's Sade as well. Sade.
But you can't call her by name, obviously.
No, never. So so I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna be taking pictures and posting on Instagram.
Okay.
It started as a fun thing, fun for fashion, and we just get dressed for church on Sundays. Obi takes my pictures, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna post it. So that was just it. And then the first brand came to me and said, actually, we love what you're wearing. So normally when you want to start things like that and you take pictures, you have to be intentional. Just tag, even though you're doing it for fun, but if I'm wearing a Zara top, for instance, just tag Zara, just tag. And so it was during one of those pictures I posted, the brand came through and said, actually, we love the way you've styled this top. No, it was a dress, actually. It was a dress, I remember vividly, and said, okay, can we just send you stuff so you can just, clothing items, and then just style for us, and all you need to do is just find a clean background, take pictures, and then just send to us and post as well. And yes, that was how I started.
Wow.
That was how I started. And to be honest, I know it's all about fashion we're talking about, but for everyone listening, it's just like an illustration. Fashion, yes, but it applies to every other field, and like where there's a will, there's a way. 9 to 5, family, blogging, it's possible.
Absolutely, because you're balancing a lot of plates, and you only have 2 hands, but you have all sorts going on. So how does it feel like knowing that you're making an influence? Like, I don't like using the term influencer, but that's what you are, like an influencer. You're making an influence, and people are now people know who you are, and they're watching to see what's next. Do you feel pressure, like the next outfit, the next back, all of that? Do you feel a lot of pressure?
Well, I wouldn't use the word pressure. I'll use more like just not to let people down. I like consistency in anything I do. What's what doing is what doing well. And I don't feel the pressure because I try to just do me in all of it. I try to not forget the fact that the fun for fashion brought me here. And I love to express myself a lot. So I don't put myself under pressure, because when brands come to me, immediately I tell them, am I allowed to be free,
my way,
style my way, do things my way. For brands that come across as, there's a there's this way, a particular way, if it doesn't work for me, I feel the pressure already even before doing the job. So I just politely decline, because I feel like we don't align, and at the end of the day, chances are I'm gonna do that job and they might not be very, very happy with it. So,
and you would have had a good time.
Exactly. Either. So I get that feeling. I think I'm at a stage that I already know. I feel the energy already, even from the emails and everything. So I'm not under pressure in that regard, because I tend to do things I genuinely enjoy.
Right.
And it's just because I have everything so planned. I just feel like it's in control. If you want me to do something for you, I give you a timeline.
Right.
So that way I'm not under any pressure. So I
Yeah.
tell you maybe it's 4 weeks for me to deliver, and I already know maybe it's going to take me 2 weeks to definitely get it delivered. If it's earlier than planned, I can then let them know. Are you happy for it to still go live, or do you want us to still stick to the plan?
Exciting thing
Yeah,
to be
it
doing.
is really, but you just have to be super organized.
I know.
Super
'Cause
organized.
your
yeah.
page is so clean. Like, it's so clean.
Oh,
it's
thank
so it's so obvious that you have a plan to it. It's not just thrown together. It's obvious because sometimes you like your back. I know the backgrounds you like, the areas you like.
The look as
the
well.
look,
Some
when you put it
some
together,
outfits.
It's
yeah,
so good. It's so
yeah.
good.
You don't want to look so polished and everything and stay in front of a graffiti. You get what I mean? It's just, it doesn't just work.
Yeah.
So there are some backgrounds that it works better. Some don't just work, like very noisy backgrounds and where
It
people
depends,
are everywhere. It depends on what you're trying to achieve and what the brand wants.
Yes.
Every brand kind of, they have their own theme, like their own, when you go on their page, you get a vibe. So that's where you start from. Anyway.
Are you still having fun?
Oh yes, I am. Yeah, that's the thing. The day I stop enjoying it, then there's a problem. Because I still need to be able to be free and just, I keep saying free because I just want to be me. I just want to wear what I want to wear, the way I want to style without being restricted. Yeah.
I mean, but do you feel like there's a lot of competition?
Oh yes,
because so many people doing that, and I think you have integrity. Some people might not, and you're all in the same Instagram world.
Yeah.
So how do you separate yourself from those people? How does that? Do you feel that pressure? Do you see someone doing something unethical in their way? Does that make you feel? Do you think that casts a bad light on all influencers, or do you just know who you are?
So I know who I am first of all, and I'm big on quality, and I'm never satisfied. That's the thing. So my husband helps to balance me. Like, you're doing very well. Like, it's always good to know you're doing well, but you still need to want more and sometimes even hear it. Yeah. So for me, I just don't look at what others are doing basically. If I'm looking at it, is to see, oh, actually I love what this person is doing. I can possibly incorporate that. However, it's a trust issue here, I think, because the people you're going to show the things you're trying to advertise, they trust you. They trust you that, okay, Sade is saying
she's not
this is good. I believe her, I'm going to go for it. So that's what I try to do. I try to, like, if the quality of the brand isn't okay, especially now, I'm like, no, sorry, I don't think I can wear that. So I only promote things that genuinely, like one I'm wearing was actually gifted, was given to me. So it's real life now. It's not something I'll just throw on and then after
take
the
a picture, take it off.
So it's so not organic. It's authentic is the right word actually. So just try and be you. I think it's much easier if you are yourself. And the only thing you can do, if it's not within what you can totally control, is get a good photographer if you have to. But for me, my page is clean because I plan way ahead. I style the looks. Look at myself in the mirror. Sometimes take the picture on my phone.
First one, check it out
just to see how it's gonna look like. And yeah, just go for it, really.
Like it's
and just do me.
It's exciting, but it's so much. You got to keep your clothes.
Sorry. Oh yeah, you keep everything.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
You're in the wrong job, guys. Like,
I keep everything.
You're in the wrong job.
I keep everything.
That's amazing. What do you do with it? Do you like gift it to people? Or?
Honestly, we recently moved just because of that. Because I was literally putting things under my kids' beds, their wardrobes. We're using it together. It was so bad.
That's so much
so we had to move. And even now that we've moved, I have a whole room to myself.
Yes.
And it's not just sustainable because things keeps coming.
We hate you. Everybody hates you.
Please don't. But I do a lot of I give out. Yes.
Right.
So I do charity. I give out. There was a time I was thinking of having this like a kind of plan where I can rent out stuff to people. Again, just sustainability is just really, really big now. Just how can people recycle? How can you just help people not buy stuff they don't need if they could rent it and then just drop it? Because most of the time, people style things for maybe weddings and then they don't need it. They just drop it. Yeah. But then COVID happened, and I'm like,
nobody's
maybe
going to take
time to do that.
Put a pause on that.
Yeah,
but I'm going to say charity. You're not giving out to so people are walking around with like designer clothes.
Well, when I say charity, I mean things that honestly, maybe I'm a bit of a hoarder as well because the things I had even before I started having kids, some of them I even still have, and I can't even. And I'm like pulling up, and I'm like, girl, like just let it go. So
one or two things for old time's sake. And
yes.
Bye. Thank you so much for being wonderful.
They've served me, you know. So like, just there you go. Just there you go.
So is this appropriate to ask? But do you have a favorite brand or favorite designer, or do you have an outfit that you just loved from this particular designer? Or?
Well, I think for anyone that follows me on YouTube knows that there are some brands that I'm just like, I really love. Most of the brands I promote, if you go on my Instagram page, for any brand you see that I've tagged,
yes,
I love them.
Like them.
And that's just the truth.
Right.
So for me, I love Karen Millen.
Ooh.
This is Karen Millen.
Ooh.
The quality is there, the fit is there, the tailoring is just superb. And I love Coast Fashion. So basically, if you really want answers, because a lot of them that I promote for, you know, if you go on my page, you'd probably
you'll know who you like best.
Yeah, for those that I don't promote, you wouldn't even see on my page anyway, because I wouldn't
like
accept. Yeah, I'm like politely just decline and say.
Well, that's. I mean, what's been your favorite like shoot and post like so far? Okay. I know you have a lot, but is there anyone like that sticks out and goes, I really enjoy that, or I really like that outfit?
You mean my favorite picture so far?
Yes, and post.
And post. I have a few actually, but there's this particular one of Karen Millen that I did in a university, somewhere in Edinburgh.
Right.
It's a really beautiful university, so I love going there from time to time to shoot.
Yeah.
And I just love there's this dark glass behind, and by the time I finish editing, it makes it look very professional. You think the lens that shot that was like whoa. And really, I've only used my iPhone.
Wow.
So that's the only place I know my iPhone actually works.
Works really good.
Really good. So I know the setting, I know the lights and the exact what's it called, setting for it. Yeah. And then once I take it there, and that's it. So there's this particular one I really love from that university, and a few of them actually, because I'm my biggest critic, so I'm always like criticizing myself. So many pictures I sit on, I'm like, no, that's not gonna go. And then my husband goes like, well, this is really gorgeous. Nice. But I'm like, no, but yeah. Anyways, but it's
good. I mean, it's good to be self-aware. It's good to like have a critical eye, but not too critical that you're paralyzed.
I know,
but
right?
Enough to say, oh, this is not good enough. That's a good thing.
I know.
So let's pivot a little bit to this decor. You have another page that's Sade Decor. And what is that about? House of Sade? What is that?
Home of Sade.
Home of Sade.
Home of Sade. Right. So Home of Sade came to life when we moved. Like I said, we recently moved. So we moved to a very lovely apartment. So we got a very big space, and I just thought, okay, what do I do with this space? And really, I always love interior. And I'm like, someone listening to me saying, how many things do you love, girl? Make up your mind.
And how many things are you involved in? Like, it's amazing.
I don't even know myself how I do these
24 hours.
Like,
still 24 hours.
I really don't know. But honestly, I think it comes down to passion. If you really want something, I just believe there's always a way to just do it. Sometimes sleepless nights, looking for bargains and trying to see, oh, it's £1 cheaper there. I'm not buying, just trying to compare prices. And I'm like, no, I'm very terrible. My husband goes like, you spend 10 minutes looking for £2 difference. Like, listen, seriously,
it's the satisfaction you feel at the end of it.
I know. So yeah, I love interior. I love interior stuff a lot. Like decorating, it's my thing. Yeah. So after we went visiting to see the house, and I just thought, I have an idea, and I'm just gonna go with it. Like the last one we moved into, before we moved in, we kind of rushed in, so I didn't really have the time
to decorate.
So this time, I had enough time to just decorate. And really, it's Pinterest and really just even on Instagram, hashtag home decor and all that. So you get so many inspirations. I knew the colors I wanted, because I'm not a minimalist at all. I'm a color bee. I love my colors.
Like your beiges and your whites? No?
Sorry?
Your beiges and your whites?
Oh, no. I'm more of a color person. I love my colors.
You're live in color.
I love my colors. Yeah, I'm not white, beige. Yeah, maybe you catch me wearing that once in a while, but yes, so I knew the colors and everything I wanted. But yes, so I just look around and then go for what I want. And moving in, I think you're almost tempted to just go for anything you see sometimes, especially when you like, oh God, I can't even find what I'm looking for. I can't find it in the exact shade. Oh, you can find it in the exact shape. So sometimes patience, you just have to be patient, because anything you change just affects every other thing. I just stay patient, and just if I have to wait 6 months, I have to wait 6 months. So, well, funny thing though, I thought I was gonna finish setting up in like a month or two. I ended up, you just guess how long?
5 months?
1 year.
Oh no!
It took me 1 year.
And you were living already in the
yes,
apartment. Wow.
yes. So it's just.
But you know, if
patient.
it comes out to be what it is you want,
exactly,
then
which
it's
I'm
worth
very
working.
happy with. Yes, the bed I wanted, it told me was going to take several weeks. I bought it before we even moved in, but we still had to sleep on the floor for like 2 months. I was like, yes, we
You're
need to
determined.
sleep on the floor. So that's how determined
I
you
saw a
have to
post
be.
about your
Yeah.
daughter's lights.
Oh yes,
And
yes,
that
I
took
got
what,
that
a
one.
couple months to come.
Yes,
come
and I
through.
waited. Yes.
Oh my God.
So that's just me for you. When I want something, I go for it. I'm just like, that's it.
Are you gonna parlay that into a business as well?
To be honest, if I have to be really, really honest,
Yeah.
it's not that easy.
I know it's
It's
hard.
not
It's your
impossible though. It is possible, but it doesn't come so easy. So sometimes I try to pull all these things together, drag everything along at the same time,
Yeah.
but I find that sometimes I need to like breathe, like,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
one has to just wait.
Something has to give.
So I think the one waiting for now is Home of Sade, because I think my last post was in, I think, January or so,
Okay.
which is very much unlike me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, you know what, when I'm back, then I'll be more consistent in everything.
Yeah.
But for now, I just need to, because fashion was really, really kicking off again for me,
Yes,
especially
yes,
last year
yes.
was really busy.
Wow.
And this year started up the same way, so I haven't just had the time. And YouTube is one I want to focus
Yeah,
my
we're
energy
gonna come
on
to your YouTube
at the
page.
moment.
But
yeah.
before we do that, I wanted to ask about your plans for the Instagram page. Do you plan to keep it the same? Are you planning to change anything as time goes by? Or are you happy with the way things are?
I'm not planning to change anything for now.
Okay.
The only thing, like I said, is just if I see any area of improvement, I'll keep improving myself.
Right.
Like just today, I visited London, I said, so a
Yeah.
photographer stopped me and took a picture of me. Like, oh, I just love the way you look, blah, blah, blah. Took my picture. Came out really nice. And I was like, wow. So, yeah, so.
I was like, oh, that looks good.
Oh, it just came out so nice. And I just thought, you know what, the lens must be really good. So something like that for me, I'm planning on, okay, I'm just gonna, funny enough, I picked my phone up today, but something must have happened again. My plan is to just pause that today at some point and say, by the way, can you just give me the lens?
Yeah,
like what
lens,
lens
okay,
are you
fine,
using?
yeah.
So that's me. I try
Right.
to still learn more.
Yes.
But at the same time, nothing much is gonna change. It's still gonna be better quality if anything. If anything changes at all, better quality, aim to get better and aim to be seen by more brands, because
Okay.
there's so many brands out
Out there
there.
you can work with. Fantastic. You didn't go for fashion, Paris Fashion Week?
No, I didn't. No,
That was
no.
like a couple weeks
I know.
last week,
ago,
wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And the New York Fashion Week was just a couple of weeks before that. But no, I'm
Right.
not at that place yet because of
Because
work.
that-
I'm still working
yeah,
at the
that's
same
true. You're
time.
doing a
So
full-time job.
sometimes there's something else to give.
My niece is a photographer as well.
My
and she
husband.
He's a photographer. Yes, I remember
My
doing
husband is, yeah.
Oh, he's very passionate about that.
People ask me this a lot. They're like, "Your photographer, please." I'm like, okay. So now you know, if you're listening, my husband does all my
the
pictures. He
pictures.
takes all my pictures. We go up very early in the morning. Like we've taken like
wow.
8 shots before coming here
Oh,
today.
wow.
We left. Yeah, I woke up like 5 o'clock. So that's the thing.
You guys are like really.
You just have to. You just have
You're
to.
really passionate about this. Amazing.
If you're
And I'm
not
sure he falls
passionate.
in love with you every single day. 'Cause like, this is my wife. She's so gorgeous.
I know, and
You
like
get
I
to-
said, cuts across everything in life. You know, if your passion is, you know, baking, whatever it is, just give
Just go
it.
for it.
You can only try your best. That's all you can do.
So
and
do you
then-
think the young people who are listening who want to start, do you think they need special equipment to start or just just start? Or do you think they need formal education is important, or they just should just go for their passions, or do you think it's good to have that formal education as a backup in case anything goes wrong?
Well, in terms of equipment, all you need is your phone. Just have a good phone for starters, right? You don't have to go and buy an expensive camera. I think most people these days use iPhone or maybe Samsung.
Okay.
The camera is quite it's pretty decent, so that's fine. All you need to do is just the phone, and I don't recommend lessons, to be honest. If I
Right.
really have to be honest with you, I don't recommend lessons. But if you now feel you need to, then that's fine. Instead, I would recommend probably speaking to maybe people like someone like myself.
Who's
I
done
am
it.
very, very helpful.
Yes.
And I can testify to the fact that I've helped a lot of people that they
Right.
just simply DM, oh babes, I'm looking to do what you're doing. How do I start? What do I need to do? And I'm always more than happy to help, you know. So maybe just try that. But I think people don't want to do that because they feel like they're not going to respond,
Yeah.
or they don't want to
Scared.
know, or you know. But still try. However, you know, it's a personal thing. If you're the kind of person that you think, I feel it's better in my head to just go for lessons and just probably a formal thing. Well,
Yeah.
but to be honest, all you need is a good camera and then probably mentors you can, you know, speak to at
And
the
a
beginning.
plan. a plan. Like,
And
this is what I want my page to look like. This
yes,
is what I want to,
yes,
what I want to represent, and all of
exactly, exactly. And there's so many apps out there that even before you post on Instagram, you can kind of have a feel
Okay,
of how it's gonna land on your feed. Yeah, there's one I use. It's called Preview. Preview is a really good app, although it's not free. It's about £7 monthly, I think.
It's worth it.
But
if it's
you
your
know,
business.
it's really good, and it has other things it does as well. By the
Right.
way, like how to you could edit on it and all that. But yeah, just that's all you need, and you need to keep teaching yourself. I started by watching YouTube, like how to edit.
Yeah. Oof, editing.
Editing is taking pictures is very easy. Honestly,
These people here have a.
editing is the big job. Yeah,
I just
I
run away
spend
from
hours
it.
editing pictures sometimes. You know that needs to
Yeah,
go.
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine.
You know, pick up all the deaths on the streets. You know.
Yeah.
Pick up the
Not my
bags and pick
picture.
up the cups.
Background for me, photographs are very important to me. Pictures are they're everything to me. It's my passion. Documenting family life and all of that. But backgrounds, like I will not take a picture. Like I'd rather not take it if I had a dudgy back. Or now I've learned how to blur it out and all that. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
But I know I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pivot again.
Okay.
To your YouTube page.
All right.
So how new is it? And
very new.
Very new. And what
Very
is your plan for it? What is the vision for it?
So now that I feel like for Instagram, like I have a routine. I know what I'm doing. I'm so well balanced. Okay. So moving on to YouTube, it's like a new world to me.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm still evolving. Like reading up, watching videos. I watch a lot of videos. The ones I really love to watch, I keep watching them to see what they do, how they talk. The thing is, I'm not a video person. I run away from videos.
You're doing so good today.
I run away. I run away from videos. I just feel weird looking at myself, like watching myself. So so that was one thing my husband really helped me with. Like, you really can't run away from this. I've been running away from it for too long. So with YouTube, I've been talking to the mirror a lot, you know, in my space, and open the page, and then I've dropped a few videos actually.
Okay.
And initially I started with my phone. I realized quickly that the quality wasn't just good enough. So just the very last video I posted was I got a camera.
Yes, a proper camera.
G7X, again from review and research that's really good. So yeah, it's still very new, and there is a lot to come on there, because I feel like there's only as much as you can know me on Instagram, because mostly I only post pictures.
It's still
exactly.
photos,
But if you really want to know the real Sade and how I plan my outfits, how I style, because some people call me kind of weird sometimes. I don't just like wearing things a regular way. I could wear my top back to front.
Why not?
I just feel like normal is boring sometimes. So wear my skirt on pants and just add things. You know, I don't like boring outfits.
I like that.
So yeah, so YouTube is new, and my plan for now is to be posting every Sunday.
Okay.
Again, when I'm consistent with that, I can then
gives
exactly so every Sunday for now, because sometimes I even still struggle, but I'm trying my best. Like there was a week I lost my voice totally. I couldn't even speak, so there was no way I could film. So then I learned apparently you don't need to do it like when it's close to you can
do it ahead of time.
Exactly, ahead of time and all of that. So for now it's just every Sunday for now.
So what's it called, your YouTube page?
It's called Sade Beauty Pro.
Sade Beauty Pro.
It's still the same.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, because of the branding is just it's easier
Shade
like that
Beauty
for
Pro.
people. Yeah.
So we're going to promote that on all our handles. So people come to your YouTube page and
Thank you.
your Instagram page. Now one more thing on fashion before we move to motherhood. So Nigerian fashion, it's really hot. African fashion in general is having a moment, right? Our designers are showing in, New York Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week. It's gone global, and Ankara is having like a renaissance of some sort, you know. So do you ever include that in your aesthetic, or do you only stick to Western brands?
Oh no, I do. Like I love promoting black-owned brands as well, and I've done for a few that actually came to me to say, there's this. Like native, we call it native, the traditional one. And yes, I'm like, that's fine, I'm gonna do it for you. And I don't go hard on them, because I don't go hard in terms of pricing and all. I just feel like it's a support kind. That's the way I feel whenever I talk to them. So yes, I've done a few, far and in between, right? But I've done a few before, and yes, I'm hoping to like doing more of that.
Right, because there's so much going on, like especially like in the wedding industry, for example. If you use Nigeria as an example, so the Yoruba wedding industry is different, the Hausa wedding industry is different, the Benin wedding industry, and it's all like this amazing, really extravagant clothing and styling. In fact, the way we tie gaily now has changed. Iramba has changed.
Yes.
You noticed?
Yes.
Iramba is now like, it's not, the fluted arms are gone. It's now like really close to the body. And
I know. I feel like I'm old school now. Because
I'm like, what is this? What should be classic?
When I was in Nigeria, I used to have a makeup studio because I love makeup as well.
Right.
And I used to tie gele for people, like for events,
Yes.
you know. But now when you tell me to tie gele, I run away because I'm like,
Everything is
I
new.
feel like it's like,
I think it's,
like old
to me,
school
it's
now.
the shape
Like,
of the Ramba,
so
but I was
many
like, what
things,
is going on? Why has it changed so much?
So
I
many
thought that was
things,
classic forever. Like, no, the young people are like, nope, we're changing it
a lot
up.
has changed, really.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah.
So do you like feel like, oh, that's something you could be tapping into because it's such a big industry right now?
To be honest, it's nothing. I'm not doing any of that yet.
Right.
And the way it works is that most of the brands I work with now, they generally approach me.
Right.
And there's a lot I'm handling already.
I see.
So for me to Instagram is millions of people are on Instagram. So
Billions, I think,
sometimes
at this point.
sometimes when I started, that's another good tip. You don't have to wait for people to come knocking on your door. You know, sometimes you need to go out and knock.
Meet them. Yep.
You just have to make it happen yourself. So I was doing a lot of that then, whereby I just go approach brands and then tell them this is what I do. Links to what I've done before, and if you're interested, they come to me. But I'm not doing a lot of that recently
because you've
there's a
now
lot I've
built
taken
that
on.
foundation.
And yes, I really want to commit to things that I can do. And bear in mind, what I'm trying to promote are things that can't stay in stock forever.
Right.
They're like, you need to post when they're still available for people to then say, oh, I actually love that. Not things that are probably out of stock or, just little pieces left. So it's like a fast kind of. So there's a lot happening with me right now. With the 9 to 5, it's just I haven't gone out.
Are you going to quit your job eventually?
I'm not there yet, but when I'm there, when I feel I'm there, definitely. Amen.
Give us a call, girl.
Amen to
Give
that.
us a call. It's like, remember us, when you get there, remember us, like, like, Bibi. Let's go to the villa in.
I'm flattered.
That's amazing. No, it's really good to hear. Really, really good to hear. And I was looking at your page and I was like, this is really good. I can see the structure. I can see the plan behind it. It's clean. It's really good.
I enjoy it.
Everyone, just go to Sade at Sade Beauty Pro and just feast your eyes and buy stuff. Support the girl.
Okay.
Follow. What is it? Follow, like. What is it, guys?
I know, I'm learning that too.
Right.
Follow, comment, and share.
Thank you. That's
I know.
it. Sarah is like shaking her head like, oh my god, Bibi, you're so embarrassing.
It's not just you. I do that too. Okay, guys, by the way, I do that like 5 times. I'm like, okay, what's the right one? Follow, like, comment, and share. Thank you, guys. Oh my god, it's a lot of work. Oh dear.
Okay, so let's talk about mothering. Okay, so
yeah.
you brought your beautiful kids here. They're gorgeous,
Thank
and
you.
you guys are here. So I always ask my African guests, how are you handling it, mothering in the West? So it's nice to I always say it's good to combine both. So I combine the openness of like a Western relationship with your parents, open, sharing everything, as opposed to how we grew up and you don't tell your parents stuff, but not too open that you're taking for granted, and that respect drops. So you like combine the African values with like the Western openness. That's the way I'm approaching motherhood personally. So I'm wondering, is it the same for you? Are you going a different way?
Oh, very
How
similar.
Are you balancing it?
Very similar, because my son wakes up in the morning and says, Ekara, mommy.
Ekara.
Ekara is the Nigerian proper,
Yoruba.
I'm Yoruba. So he does Ekara and he doesn't go flat,
just touch the toe.
But at least touch the toe. And Tamilola goes, Ekara, mommy. They know that.
Very good.
And for me, yes, you're right. Growing up, you don't just because I said so was what I hated growing up.
Yeah.
But why? I said so because I said so. So I try not to, at least that part, like I try to just listen to them more.
Yeah.
And Costa is very much aware. That's my first. He's 6 years old, by the way.
He told me.
He's
guess how old I am? I was like 6. I'm like, yes.
There you have it. So he's the very vocal one. The other one is quite quiet. Yeah. So he goes like, he tells you what he wants, but politely, because sometimes because it's so bold, you might almost think, come on, like
you can see.
I'm older than you. Don't talk to me like that. But yes, he is bold, but he is very polite. And my husband is even more. I think I'm the cool one. He's the cool and strict one.
Yeah.
So they're not scared of me at all. Even when I say I'm gonna deal with you, he goes like, Mom, but you always say that when you don't deal with me.
Calling you out.
But for my husband, oh no, they know when he's playing. When he's serious, he's serious. So it's like a balance, really.
Yeah, it's really
good. They know the things that even he understands Yoruba. Okay. So when you speak Yoruba, he understands, but he can't speak.
Okay.
So I try to let him know this is how we do. Back in Nigeria, you don't talk to adults like this. You don't do things like this. And On the back of that, be ready to answer
working.
another 20 questions though, because
Why
you
not?
keep saying, but why? But
We're keeping the openness
yeah,
while we're
just-
giving the information as well.
just get ready to be, bombarded with so many questions. But at the end of the day, it gets set. And to be honest, it's made parenting so easy for me. If I have to be honest, he's such a reasonable
lovely
boy
boy.
and a lovely girl too. She's just quiet and
Gorgeous.
can only
No,
thank
that's
God.
no, it's a good thing. I always like that balance is good.
Oh, yes,
because
yes.
going one way either way, I think might not be the way. Because being fully African, it's like then you don't share too much. But going fully Western, I've seen the results of.
Yeah.
We had some young Afro Scots, called them
Okay.
Afro Scots on the show the
Okay.
other day, and
Okay.
they were complaining that they don't get enough discipline in school. They're in high school.
Really?
They don't get
Okay.
enough discipline in school. They don't like the fact they don't take exams. So we don't give exams until it's time to take your main exam. So they go for years. You know that thing in Nigeria where every term is you know what position you're in class. They don't have any
I know,
of that.
and my husband was saying that
They don't have any
recently.
of that.
Funny enough, we had this conversation recently that because everything is good, you go like, oh, good, tick,
Yeah,
tick, tick.
yeah, you know
it's
exactly
fine.
where you
So
are.
my husband was like, no, that's something he actually would have
Yeah.
loved. Like, at least let's
know what is what. Thank
exactly,
you.
and then not just is good. Yes, we know it's good, but
It continues till high school, and
just
then
know
they just drop the
exactly
bomb. I
how
think
good.
S4, then they just drop it all.
I didn't
on
know
you.
that until recently.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's-
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I was. They were saying, they want more discipline, they want all of that. So like, the full Western thing is not working if you go all the way, because a lot of the kids are like, they don't have that discipline. and all that.
Yeah,
And-
you're right. You're
but
right.
but keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
And languages, like my kids take Yoruba lessons on Monday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they take
Okay.
Yoruba lessons.
Oh, okay.
But I see, like, you've started speaking Yoruba to Costa.
Yes, I do.
But just encourage him to speak, I
Yes.
think, and he will start speaking.
Are your kids speaking Yoruba?
Well, they're speaking what do you call it? They're managing.
Wow,
they're
okay,
managing, but
okay.
they're taking lessons and I'm encouraging them, and I help them
that's
buttress
good.
it as well, and they speak French as well. So we're
Okay.
trying to
All right, that's really
make
good.
everything work.
I'll
but
take that away. We just speak, and my husband does a lot of Yoruba,
very
even
good.
more than I
It's
do.
really, really good at kids because of
Yeah.
their brains and everything. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Right. So you've given me advice to the young entrepreneurs out there. Just start. Just go for it and
Just
start.
go for it. Honestly, just go. Whenever, I don't think it's too late. There's enough space for everyone, and there's always room for new ideas. Like,
Oh yeah, you
I know
can't stay
you
still.
you can sit
business
there and
can't
think,
stay
oh,
still.
everyone is doing it, everyone is influencing. The moment you're thinking maybe you don't have a spot, just start.
But it's such a creative space.
Just
Instagram
start.
is so creative because you see people doing things and like, how do you even think of
Yeah,
that?
that's the
It's
thing. You just
incredible.
have to be creative, and sometimes too, you can still come up with new things, but so many things has been done.
have been
already.
done. So just borrow
Just put your
own spin on it.
Yeah, but just
Trust.
Just trust.
There is
Yeah, just.
I don't know what
How
you
do I
mean.
put it? Like, it's not like you're stealing someone's
No,
idea.
no, it's an
but
homage.
Just
You're
exactly.
appreciating, not
just,
appropriation.
and just put your own twist into it and just make it look more like you. But then, so
I get it. I do
just,
get it.
just go for it.
I
Really.
do get it. All right, we're gonna have fun now, right?
All right, that's fine.
So these are quick fire questions, and we're just gonna have fun. First thing that comes to your mind,
Okay.
and just say what's in your mind. All right,
Okay.
ready?
All right.
All right. So, biggest challenge so far in your career, your life, and all of that.
Not having enough time.
Yeah, I can see that.
Not
I
having
see
enough
you.
time.
Not having enough time after having a baby, because she told us she had so much time to herself.
I had time, but now, and really, just to answer that, not having enough
Is it
time.
really?
Yeah,
Like, okay,
yeah.
I'll tell that later. All right, biggest highlight of your career so far?
That'll be a brand that I never knew would approach me.
you.
Came to me,
Wow.
and for the love of God, thankfully, I told them to give me their budget because I would have never thought of that. And
They're like, no, this
I
is
was like,
terrible.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I said,
And I was screaming like, what? And I was like, oh, thanks, that would work.
We'll
that would
manage.
work.
That'll do. That's amazing.
Yeah, because sometimes
I'm gonna borrow that. Sarah, like, you tell me.
I'm like, you
your
go first.
budget.
You, tell me
You go
budget.
first.
And you say it like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't want it to come across like you don't know what you're doing.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, normally I do have my pricing, but you know what? I'd love to know your
The
budget.
pricing.
I'm like,
Yeah, we can only afford. Yeah, okay.
And you're like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, calm down. Okay.
Like, it's okay.
I'm like, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's alright. But you can do a bit better. But for this first
No, I won't
time,
even push my luck on that. I'm just like, oh, that would work. Yeah,
that would work.
We should be able to
I
work
like
something
that.
out. Yeah.
Okay, so Hollywood or Nollywood?
Hollywood.
Oh, there we go. I know.
Sorry.
It's coming.
Sorry.
It will get there one day. Two things about you that people who know you may not know about you.
I smile a lot more than I look in pictures.
Okay. Yeah, because in pictures you're like,
I don't smile in pictures. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know people are like, Sade, please smile for us. I'm like, it's not just me. Let me just be
Right.
here. Like, just straight face. Almost like, sometimes I'm like, I look like I'm like sad, almost sad, but I'm not. And then Sade, when you take away E is sad. Sometimes I'm like, come on, trust me. I'm not sad. It has nothing to do with it. It's just me.
right. Are you Fola Sade or are you?
I'm Fola Sade.
Fola Sade. So
Yeah.
for our listeners, Fola Sade means use your wealth. Use wealth to create a crown to adorn yourself. So
Yeah.
it's Sade.
Sade without the H.
Without the
Sometimes
H.
to
Some people
like,
put an H. Some people put an H.
yes, some do. But for me, when it's actually, I've got the H as well. But
Yes.
when I'm using Sade, it's just
It's
S-A-D-E.
nicer, yes.
So,
Yes,
yeah,
Sade, that's
yeah,
nice.
Sade. And the second thing is, I'm more friendly than I look. Because some people think when I respond to some messages, like, oh my God, you're so nice.
Thank
I'm
you.
like,
Like, how do I come across?
so it gives an impression. I think people might think.
No, you know your photos are like all like
Oh,
very,
maybe that's why.
you know,
But
so
no,
people are
no,
like, ooh,
I'm-
she's
when you know me, you're like,
she's too cool. Oh, that's nice.
And when you stay in the room with me for too long, in fact, I start being annoying because I'm like,
you're like,
playing. I can very playful.
That's
but
it.
Outside, I look nothing like that.
so
Outside,
do you hear that? She's nicer than she looks, and she does smile.
I do smell. I do smell.
Hip hop or Afrobeat?
Afrobeat.
All
These
right.
days, all those
Let's go.
guys are taking
Oh,
over. Oh.
But did you see the concert, the Davido concert last
no,
weekend?
I didn't see that. I've never gone for one
sold
before. I
out.
wouldn't believe that. Yeah,
Did you see
but-
that, Zainab? Did you see the?
Oh.
You were there. They're like, I was there.
Oh,
I didn't
really?
see it. I
I've
was
never
there.
been to
I
one
saw the
before.
footage. I was like, what is going on?
I'm so
This is
proud
take-
of them. I'm so proud.
And I was there from the beginning. I saw
So
it. I saw it
proud.
all happen from the beginning. You guys are like babies from the beginning.
Oh,
So
really?
to see what it is
I haven't
now.
seen- oh yeah, I love because even when I'm styling, I love music playing
Yeah,
in the
being
background,
background.
just putting things
And
together.
it gives you a
I'm like,
vibe, a mood, right? I do like all
yeah.
my other music as well, but let's
Oh,
combine
no,
everything,
yeah,
all of
yeah.
it. Music is great.
Yeah.
Lagos or Abuja?
Lagos. I'm a
Thank
Lagos
you.
girl.
Thank you.
I'm a Lagos girl.
Right, the flavor and everything. Abuja was so dry.
I'm a Lagos girl. I'm a Lagos girl. Yeah, 100%.
Correct. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Glasgow, Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
You're such a hater.
Oh, it used to be Glasgow when I was schooling here, and I used to think, oh, Edinburgh, now, too serious, too
Yeah.
boring. But now I love Edinburgh.
We look at you guys like, what is wrong with them?
I love
We're like
Edinburgh.
real.
No.
We're the
Now
real.
I come to Glasgow, and I can't wait to leave. I love shopping in Glasgow, though.
We have
Yeah?
a great shopping.
But other than that, no. Edinburgh.
You guys are just haters.
I'm
You
sorry.
can't handle us. That's why we'll stab you and buy you a drink.
No,
That's
it's
how
not
we
even
do in
that.
Glasgow.
Like, okay, trust me. Like today, like I said, I did a couple of photo
Shoots,
shoots.
yes.
And I couldn't even find a location I wanted. I
Go
was
to
just
the
like,
city center.
oh,
It's beautiful. Zainab, where do you shoot your pictures? Not like in the city chambers.
No, no.
Gorgeous.
When you have a family, it's different because you can't just because you have to think
if
about.
you want to do that, go to city chambers. That whole block,
Really?
beautiful. The old buildings, like the Parisian type style buildings.
Okay.
That's where everybody goes to do their
Is
stuff.
there?
Yeah, fantastic buildings.
And then
there.
it was raining.
And it was raining today.
And I was like, oh
Well,
my
that's
God. Although it
Scotland
rains
now.
everywhere. Anyway, to be fair,
Scotland.
but-
You don't blame us in Glasgow
I know.
for the rain.
Well,
they
well,
hate us so
yeah.
much, even the rain.
And I think it's colder in Glasgow, actually.
God.
I know there's always a debate.
Right,
Like,
moving
where's
on.
It's colder in
All right,
Glasgow.
please tell everybody where to find you.
So yes, you can find me on Instagram. Yeah, Sade Beauty Pro without the H. Again on YouTube, Sade Beauty Pro.
Right.
Home of Sade. That's where you find interior inspiration. If you're into interior stuff, ask me any questions too. I normally tag where I get my products from. And yeah, I think that's
That's it.
everywhere
So
I am at
House
the
of
moment.
Sade. Sorry, Home of. Why do I keep saying House of Sade? Home of Sade.
Sade.
And at Sade Beauty Pro.
At Sade Beauty
across all
Pro.
platforms.
Yes, yes, and
Fantastic.
TikTok as well.
Oh.
TikTok
Talk
though.
about TikTok.
I don't even know what's going on there.
Have you started?
I've started, but then again, when I go in, I'm like lost. I'm like, am I too old for this
You
space?
leave-
What's going on? What's going on? I need help. I need help. So send help, please. Like, I need
Send help. I need
Send
help. Just give them your stuff
TikTok
to
is like,
do.
what do I even need to do? Because I enjoy watching.
They're
content
very
on there.
animated
Oh
on
my
TikTok.
God.
Super animated.
It's such a wonderful place, but
Yeah, but I
not
just
for
go there to
serious
look,
minded. I think I'm
peek
too
and-
serious for that. I'm
Yeah.
like, you just have to relax and just.
And start you
know.
stand over there, then run over there, then
I
shoot
know.
over, then run.
I
How does it
know.
work, Zainab? on TikTok. You guys stand here and shoot and run and shoot and run and put it all together. It's like they're manic. But the results are always so fantastic.
When it comes together, after
editing,
it's really good, you know. Someone can just make walking out the door very fun.
Yes,
they do very good.
So creative.
And I'm like,
how
so
do you think about
like,
these things?
I didn't think about that.
We sound so old, like.
I know, it's sad. I know.
But yeah, I admire them and I watch. I just go, take a peek.
Yeah, I go
fantastic.
Watch as well.
Get the hell out.
I go watch as well. Yeah.
Right, guys. So you all heard it at Sade Beauty Pro. Find her, follow her, share, like, all of that, and buy the stuff she's promoting as well. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's a mom HR specialist, a blogger, lifestyle influencer, all of it. She's Sade Adeyemi, and we've had a wonderful time talking to her.
Thank you so
come back
much.
anytime. You're welcome
anytime.
I'd love
to.
And Serena, Sade sent me her song, and I didn't tell you what it was.
My
CK Love Wanting. Is it okay?
Favorite.
Right, it's good. So that's Sade's song. I'm going to play that for you in your honor, and we thank you very much. And please come back whenever you want. You want to promote anything, just tell us. You're welcome anytime.
No worries. Thanks for having me. It's been such a great time.
Fantastic. Thank you. All right, guys, that was Mrs. Sade Adeyemi, and she was our wonderful guest today at Sade Beauty Pro. So it was great having her on today, and this is CK Love Wanting Tea in her honor. See you on the other side.